this.
Wow, this is already on the border.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah, exactly.
这就是当时我发现水系和石斑，那一批蛮有。
我们这个地方就是一个把三角形。
All I want to say is, what a trip.
And I think seeing it and experiencing it firsthand for me was really very, very powerful. And also seeing, you know, with the example of that nature reserve, that actually if you leave nature intact, it takes care of itself. We don't need to do anything, right? But also then seeing the people, rangers, and how they care about it and make sure it's protected. And I think this has changed in China quite a bit over the years, and that China has invested a lot of policies and also financial resources into the protection of nature. You can see that at the macro level, where China has introduced the ecological red line policy that is looking at how China can protect valuable ecosystems better and ensure that they can function both as ecosystems but also for people. China currently has 18% of its land mass under some type of a protection status. The goal is 30% by 2030, according to the new global biodiversity.
So how do you see this level of policy that biodiversity and ecological protection has been uplifted to in order to contribute to the final result?
I think China at the COP15 has sent a very important signal with the establishment of the Kunming Biodiversity Fund, 1.5 billion renminbi, to support biodiversity protection efforts in South-South partner countries, developing countries. I think the second point is that we need to think biodiversity protection much more comprehensively, right? So you need to think it across sectors, across habitats, across regions, because biodiversity doesn't stop at, you know, let's say prefecture borders or certain habitats, right? We need to think it in an integrated manner, protecting land, water and sea ecosystems in an integrated way.
I think we urgently need coordination, cooperation, confidence about our common future.
Biodiversity is really in jeopardy, and we're seeing massive decline of biodiversity. We're losing 200 species a day. That's a rate faster than any time in history. We're losing 10 million hectares of forest a year. That's the size of South Korea. And the projections show that we will have 1/5 of country seeing collapse of their ecosystems. So it's really alarming. I think the Kunming Montreal Declaration, right, of the COP15, which is now our new global biodiversity framework, goes to show, because I think going into the second legs, the hopes were quite muted. And still we managed, and China presided over the negotiations successfully, managed to come up as a global community with a framework. That framework has 23 targets, so it's monitorable, right, by 2030 to be achieved. There were 60 resolutions on biodiversity that were agreed. I think it does show the potential, and going now then into also the next climate COP, let's hope that we can continue on this upward momentum, because we as humankind, we need these commitments, and we need the commitments and the action, and
Yeah.
there is absolutely no time to lose.